Yo, what's up, guys? So, I just got done with the gym and I'm heading home. But I wanted to talk to you guys about just my journey so far and just how I've gotten to where I am now, physically and mentally, and how I'm going to approach the future. I'm sorry if it's dark. It's still dawn. I go to the gym very early. But yeah, I want to talk to you guys about how I structure my life in a way that every day I'm constantly progressing. And there may be setbacks, but even on my worst days, I'm doing better than 99% of people. Because I've built systems, I've built habits, and I've become the man that I've needed to become. And I'm still improving on becoming the man every single day. But I feel like right now, I'm at a state where I've really mastered and honed in on my mindset and just how I'm able to attack every part of my day with relentless intention. So, backtrack 3 months ago, January, I was really in a lost state. I really didn't know. I had just gotten sick too. I was sick for like all of Christmas break. I'm in school. I'm a senior in high school, if you didn't know that. But I was sick all of Christmas break, and I was just like sitting in my room. I was so dialed in on my nutrition and just training. I had cut down so much. I mean, I was looking lean. My physique was getting to where I wanted it to get, and mentally I was just like, dang, bro, I did all this and now I'm just sitting in my room because I literally could not move. I felt paralyzed and strapped onto my bed. Like I could not get up. I literally could not. I always work out when I'm sick. I never, like when I still went to the gym one day when I was literally like, I had like 105-degree fever and I was freaking like, bro, I don't even know what it was, bro. I literally felt like I literally laid in bed, and laying in bed felt horrible, but also moving felt horrible. And I literally felt so weak and brittle. I couldn't even lift up my arm, and I still went and smashed, I don't know, I think it was either arms or chest and back, but I wanted to go smash a workout, I remember, and it literally was the absolute worst workout I ever had. And usually when I'm sick, I have great workouts. But it just goes to show, or what I'm trying to get at is that even like I could have been like, I was on such a roll. I'm talking about I was hitting my cardio daily. I was hitting new PRs while dropping weight. I was putting on lean muscle, everything. And I could have easily been like, okay, everything that I did up to that point when I started my journey, which was like last summer to Christmas time, I could have just wiped it all out and been like, dang, bro, like, okay, I did all that. Oh yeah, I've developed a decent physique. I'm nowhere near, like, then I thought it was a decent physique, and I still don't think I even have a decent physique. I need to put on muscle. I need to get bigger every day. But for that purpose, like, I hadn't seen that much progress in the gym because I wasn't implementing the right systems or anything into my workouts. But back to the story. So, we get to January, I overcome the sickness after freaking being in a terrible state. And I'm like, dude, okay, how can I make something to where I do not, if I even go down a little bit, if I have hiccups here and there, I'm still able to fall forward. I'm still able to fail forward and keep progressing no matter what. Sorry, let me adjust that. And then I looked online for inspirations. I looked online for things that I can do. Because at the end of the day, yes, I want a great physique. But if you don't know how to use that physique to, like, if you build a physique on no foundation, anyone can get in shape. It's really not that hard. If you think about it, discipline, like, you have to track what you eat, you have to move more, or you have to eat more. Like, whatever your goals are, you just have to follow that routine. That's not really the hard part. The hard part is developing the mind. The mind was the hardest thing for me. And that's what I preach. And that's what got me to where I am now. And that's what what has allowed me to be consistent on this simple routine I'm about to give you guys for 100 days now. In January, I was so stressed. I was like, dude, okay, I'm about to graduate. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, but I know that if I continue to develop myself and learn, most importantly learn, but also apply what I'm learning, because like learning without action is literally useless. Like if you're just learning, your brain is just, you're filling up your storage, but you're not releasing any of it. Like you're not producing. You're just consuming. You're a consumer, but you're not applying. And consuming without application is literally useless. Like you might as well just freaking doom scroll, eat Cheetos, do whatever. Like anyone can consume. That's what we were taught to do. That's what the short form content is made for us. It's made for us to scroll, keep consuming, and keep coming back for extra hits of dopamine or extra hits of, validation, or, just instant gratification, all that. That's what it's meant for. Now, if you can sit through a video, raw, uncut, and you can actually soak in the information and do that, you're already like miles ahead of the normal person. Because the normal person would have already clicked off this video. They would have been like, okay, this guy's just yapping about his life story, and they wouldn't even be able to hear about the systems I'm about to give you guys and implement into your life to change it. But as I was saying, I literally had to, like, my back was against the wall. I don't know what I wanted to do, and I was always thinking about playing lacrosse in college, and that didn't work out. And so I literally had to tell myself, okay, George, it's getting serious now. You're about to graduate. You're still freaking partying. You're still doing all these habits that you really don't even need. Like, I was still just struggling hella with lust. I was struggling just getting into my word and actually soaking in the information in the Bible, and not just reading it quickly just to say I read the Bible, but actually reading my Bible and diving in and knowing what God is saying, and just taking in all that information and actually applying it into my life. Because it's one thing to go to church on a Sunday, go listen to the pastor, and then come home and immediately just throw that in the garbage and just, those of you who are Christians, like, I don't know, some people are stronger in faith than me. I'm not, by no means am I at the pinnacle of my faith, but I've been going to church since I was, an infant. I grew up in an African household, and that's just how it is. You ever had those feelings? You go to church or you go to a camp, you're so on fire for God, everything, and you're like, okay, this is the time I'm going to change my life. This is the time I'm going to do this. This is the time I'm going to cut all the vices. And then right when you get out, you get on your phone, or you snap back into reality, and it's like, that's just a trance. What I'm saying is, all that changed. This is all leading up to the implementation. So I'm so sorry. I'm still yapping. But literally, this is all leading up to the habits I'm about to teach you guys, and how to transform your mindset from just saying you're going to do something, committing to something for a short period of time, and then immediately falling back, resorting into your bad habits. Now, I'm going to drop some sauce. Every single day, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I created a routine. I created a routine that listed of goals. It can be anywhere from, like, 3 main goals, 3 to 5 main goals that you're actually trying to achieve, that you're constantly striving towards every single day, every day. Then you have, me personally, I like having a morning routine. And I actually got the morning routine part from a guy that I usually watched, or that I used to watch, and I still do implement some of his stuff into my life today, because it really pertains to all aspects of life. But he basically has this 4-step morning routine, and it literally consists of his routine was like, you wake up at a certain time every day, you do some sort of physical activity, whether that's push-ups or walk outside, whatever you want to get your mind stimulating. Okay, I'll walk you through mine. I wake up every morning, 4:45, every single morning. I do not miss that. I make my bed. I do 50 push-ups to get my mind in a frequency state. And those of you who work out, 50 push-ups is nothing. You don't need to worry about that messing up your gains. You're going to be fine. I journal. I read my Bible. and then I go to the gym. And then if it's a rest day, I'll stay home and I'll work on trading, because that's what I'm pursuing right now. I'll do my back testing. I do all that, or I'll do work on homework for school. I'm almost out of school, thank God. But I'll work on anything that I need to work on if it's a rest day. But if not, I'm going to the gym, going to do cardio, whatever. I'm going to the gym 6 days a week, non-negotiables. And then I have 5 tasks that are going to move me closer to my goal every single day. So what does that look like? Like it could be, okay, right now I'm trying to grow my social media. So I'm posting short form content on TikTok right now. I'm going to move to Instagram. I don't know why I haven't, but I need to move on to Instagram too, just to get more content coming out. But I post on Instagram. I post on TikTok every day. So it's like a trade recap. At least I do a trade recap Monday through Friday, because those are the days markets are open. I do a trade recap. If I don't backtest because of the gym, then I'll backtest. When I take my trade, I journal it. I make sure I journal my trades every single day. I read every single day. And then if I have to go to work, I'll go to work. Or if I'm not going to work, then I'll work on something like of value. So whether that's like scripting my next, content, or what I'm going to do next for content, or working on my personal brand, or working on like my business on the come up. But yeah, I'm just working on something every single day. And those tasks are going to align with those goals that you created in the beginning. So you create goals, you have a morning routine that gets you into a state. The morning routine is crucial for me because it gets me into a mind that is ready to take action. It gets me into that mode that I'm ready. Like it gets me into monk mode. Like it's like I'm literally a monk right now. Like I'm not active on social medias other than like my personal business. I'm not consuming, just scrolling. I'm consuming straight long form content. I'm reading. I'm personally developing myself, because I know every single day if I stick to that, whatever I want to achieve is all in my hands. If you're constantly getting better, actually getting better, not just saying, oh, I did this, oh, I went to the gym today, so I'm getting 1% better. That's bullshit, bro. That is bullshit. I'm literally telling you right now, bro. I used to think that way, because every fitness coach, everyone in the space, in these spaces are like, oh yeah, you do this, you do, you constantly go to the gym, you be consistent. What do they tell you every New Year's? I'm gonna be consistent now. Be consistent and you'll achieve what you want. Consistency is nothing if you're not actively striving to be better. If you're not actively striving to better yourself every day, consistency does not mean anything. It really doesn't. Because I can be consistent in the gym. I was consistent in the gym ever since I was like in 8th grade. And I would say like, no, even like 6th grade, but it wasn't like lifting. I was just doing like push-ups and stuff. But I was consistent. I was consistent. I worked out every day. Like whether it was like cardio, push-ups, whatever, I would do those things. And all the way from 8th grade to like literally last year, I was consistent, but I wasn't actually implementing things that would make changes. I wasn't actively striving to change like what I was doing. Like if it was broke, I wasn't fixing it. I was still doing the same things every single day, expecting new results. And I didn't change. And that's what led me to this. I went on a period streak that I was just not developing. I wasn't becoming better. And I acknowledged that. And I'm like, damn, I didn't acknowledge that till literally like summer last year. I was like, dang, bro, I'm the slowest guy on the team. Or dang, bro, I put on all this fat and I need to get rid of it. I was like, damn. So I continued and I noticed, okay, I need to change. So I started, my mindset. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do more movement. I'm gonna do cardio after practice. I'm going to eat cleaner. I'm not gonna just snack on BS. Okay. Now I'm getting better. Now I'm getting in better shape. I see I'm losing a little. In the beginning, you're not gonna see a lot of results. It's gonna be discouraging, but you have to push through the beginnings. The beginnings is when that's where people give up, bro. They will do it for a week, 2 weeks, and they'll be like, yeah, I did it now. And then they'll go back to eating the chips. They'll go back to watching the porn. They'll go back to going out with friends, doing all this BS that really doesn't elevate them. And they wonder why they're staying stagnant. They talk all this, but they don't actually do it. They don't do it. They don't do the work. And that's what's going to kill you in the long run. It's going to kill you, especially if you want to grow and you're not seeing growth. It's going to kill you because it's like you're talking this talk, but you're not actually walking the walk. And I know that's a cliche, but it's literally facts, bro. Like, and I didn't know, I'm not trying to be a dickhead. Like, I'm literally just speaking from the heart, from personal experience, bro. Like, nothing has ever been more fulfilling. It sucks waking up every morning. I promise you, it sucks. But you have to do it. Like, you don't have to do it, but you have to stick. You have to commit. You make a commitment, you have to commit, and you have to go all in. That's the only way you're going to make it in anything. That's the only thing, and that's all I know so far. I just know because I know I've done it with lacrosse. I've had opportunities to go play in college. I didn't want to because I didn't see the ROI in it. I really didn't. Those of you who are playing sports, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you know, if you're not like a top prospect, I'm not trying to kill your dreams unless you love it. If you love it, by all means, like do what you love to a point that it's smart. Like if you love something, but you're not putting in the work, you're not actively every day are itching to go do that thing, then you don't really love it. Every day, the only reason why I'm able to do this every single day, stick to my goals and habits, is because every single day that alarm goes off, I always remember why. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And whatever that why is, I know a lot of people say that. What is your why? Whatever that why is, and don't let it be some BS. Oh, I want a Lambo or I want an M4. Like, obviously, everyone wants those things. That's not going to take you the race. There has to be some underlying deepness to your why. And I'm not here to tell you what your why is. You know your why. And that's what you got to figure out. And you got to figure out whether your why is bigger than your temporary pleasures or your pleasures are higher than your why. And if your pleasures are higher than your why, then you will not succeed. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, but it's up to you, bro. It's up to you if you want to change. And that's just, I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not selling anything. I'm not doing none of that. I'm literally just telling you guys how I changed my life and how I'm constantly going to continue to change my life in the depths of my struggles. And I'm going to document my journey from 0 to 100. So yeah, man. Basically, yeah, that's kind of where I've got into now. Now I'm just solely focused on, you know, literally every day just getting better at my craft and just building myself up, my presence on social media, because I feel like you can do anything with a personal brand. And honestly, personal development is the key to success. Like, it doesn't matter what you're trying to pursue. You need some level of personal development. It doesn't matter what field you're in, what niche you're in. Whatever it is, you have to, you know, cut out some BS, add some GS. GS stands for good shit, and BS stands for bullshit, obviously. But, you know, and then you'll start to see true success. And it takes time. Time compounds. And if you're struggling, if you're not seeing results, just know if you keep sticking to your goals past that initial breaking point, you will grow and you will mold yourself into the person that you want to become. So that's simply what I'm saying. Every day I'm striving to become better. I'm not perfect, and neither are you, but that's the beauty about being a human being. You can constantly strive for more, and that gives you purpose. That gives you everything. I'm telling you, I've done all the pleasurable things. I've battled with lust. I battled with just all the worldly things that you can think of, cussing, and I still am working on that. And I'm constantly striving to become better. So you do the same and see how far your life goes.